even though 120 sub 3 talks about has held, I would also say that the office of a commissioner is not a public office as defined in the Constitution.
Bless up, ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Isabella Rose. And in this one, Everall Warmington, a sitting member of the Integrity Commission's Oversight Committee, made some very serious recommendations in wanting Section 63 to be striked out of the Integrity Commissions Act, and also wants the removal of the Auditor General from the Integrity Commission's board. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
This is the reason why I asked for we delete Section 63. Yes. 63, where they got the authority to go back asking for information years prior. 7 years or what have you? But I'm saying the Integrity Commission Act is more than 7 years old. So why would you need to go back another 7 years down the road? So I'm saying there's no need for that. So we ask to delete Section 63.
All right, so can we have some guidance from the committee in terms of the timeline that is being recommended? Member Hamilton?
Chair, I'm just trying to figure out what is reasonable, or probably what is typical, as indicated by Member Golding. I'm in agreement that the Director of Information shouldn't be asking for information after 7 years or 5 years that you would have submitted a declaration. I think that's a bit unreasonable. If it is that an investigation is being done, then it should go to the investigations director and not stay in information. It's whether or not 2 years is reasonable. For me, it's 2 or 3 years. I don't have a difficulty with that period.
Okay. Member Chuck.
Yeah, I think the more important point is what Member Robbins has indicated, and also the SG. I don't have a problem, they go back a little, but when you go beyond the time that the person is in public life and ask questions about, did you buy a car in 1991, when you have only been in public life for the last 10 years, I think, and admittedly I know of one case, and apparently it is a whole wreck that the member did not actually turn in the certificate of ownership. So it is still in his name, but it has not driven for decades. But they ask about this vehicle, only to be told that the vehicle is a wreck. Again, Member Chairman, I was asked about 2 companies that at the beginning I said I don't know about these 2 companies. Save and except that my secretary had formed 2 companies that law firms usually do in the late 80s or early 90s. And I had to go and check. I asked them where you get these 2 companies from, and they sent me documents from the company's office. And I had to go and spend money to close them when they were already in the archives of the company's office. And this was long before I went into politics. So I agree with Member Robinson that, persons may come into politics, they might be elected as members of parliament, and within a year or 2, they're being asked for matters that they engage in, decades before. So I would say, Chairman, that somehow we need to limit it, unless they're doing an investigation. If they're doing an investigation, I understand.
5, 7 years.
And I would say a period of, say, 5 years back, but, if they're doing an investigation, I guess it's open secret. It's an open, scenario.
Okay.
But just to ask for information, just like that, I don't know if it is appropriate.
He also recommended that the Auditor General be removed from the Integrity Commission's board, and they basically used their majority to push through that recommendation. Even though we have the opposition, rejecting same, saying that the Auditor General being on the commission does not affect anything. And he pointed to some various sections, and the Solicitor General had to basically give them clarity, because why now of all times that they want the Auditor General to be removed? The Integrity Commission has been in place since 2017, since they passed that bill in the Parliament. And so they didn't push for her to be removed from that time. So why all of a sudden? But let me read Section 8 of the 2016 Integrity Commissions Act, and then I let you listen to, Everall Warmington and the Solicitor General, giving him clarity on the term public office. Because they only sit there to make the laws for the land, but do they really understand the law when they come out and make utterances like these? Because they can be in Parliament and sit on many other boards or commission. So why can't the Auditor General sit on the Integrity Commission board? But let me get into Section 8 of the 2016 Integrity Commission Act, and it says 8.1. Pursuant to Section 5, the Commission shall consist of the following persons appointed as commissioners. A. The Auditor General. B. 4 other persons, hereinafter referred to as appointed commissioners, appointed by the Governor General by instruction in writing after consultation with the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition, and on the approval of.
Been recommended to amend Section 8.1a, where appointing the Auditor General be deleted and replaced as Parliament deems appropriate, consistent with the objects and purpose of the Act. The removal of the Auditor General from the Commission does no harm to the integrity of the Commission, as the Auditor General may at any time conduct an audit of the Commissioner's affairs. Furthermore, the Act allows for the Commission to request reports and to enlist the cooperation from all organs of the state. That was deferred.
Right. So we need to make a determination on that. Can we, members, I need to hear from you on this one. Member Guy.
Chair, I don't have a difficulty with the Auditor General being a commissioner of the IC. If the basis is that the AG audits that particular commission, I don't think it is done by the AG. In fact, it is not done by the AG.
On the Constitution.
Member
I would say I support the Auditor General remaining a member of the Integrity Commission, and in my understanding, where audits are done of the Integrity Commission, they're done not by the Auditor General's department, but by an independent accounting firm, which removes that issue of a conflict of interest. But I would not support her removal from the Integrity Commission.
Yeah, Member Hamilton. And then
Chair,
Member
I
Warmy.
would support the proposal for the Auditor General to be removed. The reason I believe that a third party is used currently for audits is because the Auditor General is a part of the Commission. So if it is that office is removed from the Commission, then the Auditor General can undertake the necessary audits as it relates to bodies of that nature. The audits that are currently done are not similar to the audits that the Auditor General would normally do.
And
Member Warmington.
Section 120, 121, and 122 of the Constitution makes it clear of a responsibility and can be a part of any of the board or bodies. So, in effect, this is a breach of the Constitution in including her as a commissioner based on Section 120, 121, and 122 of the Constitution. And this is the basis in which I recommend that, the Auditor General be excluded as a commissioner. Secondly, as member, as said here.
Sorry, member, not to interrupt, but SG? Right, because I think I'll need your opinion on this.
Because based on as Member Hamilton says here, the type of audit done by the Auditor General is completely different from the audit you get from private individual. You need performance audit and all of those, and those external bodies do not go in depth a complete audit and report to Parliament as is required by the Auditor General. And that's section 120, 121, and 122 make it clear.
Member Chuck?
That office should not be, the person holding that office should not be involved or be part of any other body or agency within government.
Very well. Any other member? Member Chuck, I see you, but you're on the phone, so. Okay, so SG.
Maybe I need some clarification. So section 120, section 120, subsection 3 says, a person who has held the office of Auditor General shall not be eligible for appointment to any other public office.
No, I'm in Parliament.
Hold on.
Yeah. No, man, just relax.
So this is in the, this says a person who has held, is not eligible for appointment to any other public office. Also, you have to understand that public office is defined in the Constitution. So public office, as defined in the Constitution, is not the ordinary understanding of public office. So public office means, I will say, office of emolument in the public service. Public service means subject to the provisions of subsections 5 and 6. The service of the Crown in a civil capacity in respect of the government of Jamaica, including service as a member of the Judicial Service Commission, the Public Service Commission, or Public Police Service Commission, and includes public service in respect of the former colony. And subsections 5 and 6 say if it is provided by any law for the time being in office, that an office not being an office constituted by this Constitution shall not be a public office for the purposes of Chapter 5 of this Constitution. This Constitution shall have effect accordingly as if that provision of that law were enacted. And finally, in this Constitution, the public service does not include service in the office of the Governor General, President, Deputy President, Speaker, Deputy Speaker, Minister, Parliamentary Secretary, Leader of the Opposition, Senator, Member of the House of Representatives, Member of the Privy Council, Judge of the Supreme Court, Judge of the Court of Appeal, or Clerk or Deputy Clerk or of either House, or service on the personal staff of the Governor General, or subject to the provisions of Section 79 of this Constitution, service in the Office of Attorney General. So even though 120 sub 3 talks about has held, I would also say that the office of a commissioner is not a public office as defined in the Constitution.
So having heard all of that, ABR family and viewers, what do y'all think? Drop in the comment section, let me know if you believe that the Auditor General must be removed and Section 63 must be removed, where the Integrity Commission can go as far back as to up to 7 years into them being in public life. Let me hear what I say. I say that the Auditor General must remain on the Integrity Commission board. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel on the road to 30K and beyond. Help me to get there. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.